Here.
Councilman Martinez,
Here.
Councilman Upton,
Here.
Councilman Edwards,
Here.
Councilwoman Henninger,
Forgot what I was answering.
Councilman Villagrana.
Present.
Okay. First thing is approval of minutes for the regular meeting of March 2nd, 2015, special meeting March 9th, 2015.
I make a motion that we approve the regular meeting, the minutes for the regular meeting of March 2nd, 2015 as written, and the minutes for a special meeting that was held on March 9th, 2015.
Second.
You call.
Go ahead.
Larry.
Yeah.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Whoever you
Doesn't matter
think
either.
is go with, yeah. Okay, roll call.
Councilman Villagrana,
Aye.
Councilman Baker,
Aye.
Councilman Martinez,
Aye.
Mayor Orr,
Aye.
Councilman Upton,
Pass. Was not present.
Councilman Edwards,
Aye.
Councilwoman Henninger.
Here, I.
Boy, you guys are in a really good shape tonight, huh? Brewski time, huh?
Too much coffee.
Okay.
Abstain. Abstain, that's what you call it?
Pass, is that what he said? Pass.
Okay, next, the public hearing for the special event liquor license.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best to be Dory here, so.
Oh, gee.
What we have here, this is the steampunk event. This has nothing to do with the closure of the streets. This has strictly to do with the alcohol license so that the Elks Club is able to open their doors to non-members that evening.
Okay.
We need to go into public hearing to see if there are any comments from the public. And then from there, and you get a chance in just a second, but as soon as you open the public hearing. And then from there, you go ahead and ask the questions you have, then we'll go back out into the regular session and you make a decision. So with that, if you want to open the public hearing.
Okay, we'll open the public hearing. And Bruce, I think you had your hand up already. Okay. State your name and address first, please.
Good evening. Bruce Jensen, 132 West 2nd, Florence. Gentlemen, ladies of the City Council and the Mayor, what I'm here is to, on the application for the special use permit for the Elks, I'd like to request, since it's a Chamber of Commerce event that we're renting their hall for, that you waive the city's portion of the fee for that special event license, which is $100.
Liquor license?
Have we done it before?
No, we waived it.
No, we have, I'll pay for it.
The street? No, they're the ones that collected.
We've never waived.
We're not asking for the cities, or the states.
Serving, I believe.
It's actually 150. 100 is collected by the city.
Don't we have to get the insurance for that?
Not for this one.
Not this one.
For this portion of it, the insurance is handled by the Elks Club and/or the Chamber. Where the insurance comes into consideration is out on the street closer part, which you'll be tackling in a little bit.
So, I'm confused as to
What he's asking for is when they get this special events permit, they have to pay a $150 fee.
Oh,
That
okay.
$150 fee, 50 goes to the state, 100 goes to the city to theoretically cover Dory's costs for advertising, putting it in the newspaper, putting up the big sign that she has to put up, these hearings, that kind of stuff.
I don't think the council has the authority to
No.
waive that fee.
No.
That's either in ordinance or it's in statute or it's in both.
Charlotte?
I just need a little clarification. I'm a little confused because the Elks currently has a liquor license, correct? And they have other events throughout the year when they don't come to us and ask for this kind of special event. They just go ahead and do it and they have non-members in there. Is this really necessary?
Yes, it's just like we did last Monday night for the Elks Club, for the firefighters. They can have other, for the fireman's ball, sorry. They can have other people in there if they're the guests of Elks Club members. But in an event like this, where they know they're clearly going to have people showing up who are not Elks Club's members and are not, they could gamble and they could try to do it, but they'd probably lose their liquor license.
Okay.
So to get this done properly and to cover themselves so they don't lose their liquor license, they have to come before the council and ask for this special permit.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for the clarification.
But you haven't heard of anyone asking to waive the liquor license?
I have not, and the city attorney
Neither
says
have
it's
I.
not something we can do, but Bruce has a...
Dory was the one that said I should ask because you've done it in the past for other nonprofits.
Who did?
Dory,
Wait a minute.
Was she on her medication?
probably.
You charged,
She was real happy.
150?
See, we pay they have to,
Paid
the
it.
$50 goes to the state. That's irrevocable.
You've never heard of that.
Wait a minute.
Well, council, I think what it comes down to is this is April 11th. You could always go back and waive a fee at a later date. If we don't know and our city attorney is telling us no for now, and I don't mean this with any disrespect to Bruce or to the chamber, best to say no to the waiving for now, go back, find out the exact, whether it's happened before, have Brian do some research whether it's legal, and you could always tackle this on your April 6th council
Yeah,
meeting.
and I think it's best if we listen to her. Tony?
Did Daddy hear that, the special license for this?
No.
Or for this 150? Didn't, every time that Louis has something like that, he has to get a special license and they don't waive his 150.
Well, what they're saying though is for not, Bruce is saying that Dory said they did it for not-for-profits. Louis would be a for-profit event. Council,
Okay.
if it's legal, potentially council could do it for anybody.
Okay.
I don't really know, but this is just something we're gonna have Brian do research.
Okay.
I just don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
Anyone
still in a
else?
public hearing. Do we
Yeah.
want to see if anybody else wants to comment on it?
Thank you for your time.
Mr. Miller, you want to come up to the podium, please?
John Miller, 111 Church Avenue, Florence, Colorado. I do not believe that our Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit organization at this time. They are applying for it, but at this time they're not, and nobody knows where the profits are going from this organization putting on the steampunk.
That's why
I think they're hoping there are profits.
Mr.
Gotta be
Ed?
confused.
I almost hate to say this, but if that is true, how does that fall in line with the insurance issue?
Well,
Does it not? I mean,
does,
it doesn't?
I don't think it does.
Okay.
Well, that's a separate, we haven't got to
That's a
that.
separate
We're still in this, we gotta stay on this one task in this public hearing.
Okay, if there's no further comments from the public, we'll go back into session. Come on, Bruce.
Can I do it from here? The chamber is a nonprofit recognized by the state of Colorado. We don't have a 501c6 recognized by the
Okay.
feds, but we are a nonprofit recognized by the state.
Charlotte?
Are we
They
back?
just currently filed their paperwork though, correct, for the federal status? Is that pending? Have you guys-
Filed, we're in the process
Oh,
of
okay.
putting it together.
Okay.
Are we still in public hearing or not?
Yes, we are,
Okay. Do you want-
because Bruce just stopped. Anyone else? Okay, we're gonna go out of public hearing and back into regular session. Ended.
Sorry.
I guess
Any comments more from the council? Mike, I know you got something to say.
To me, this is one of those, you could potentially grant the waiver. We don't know if it's legal. I'd advise that for this meeting, if you're so inclined, you simply make a motion to approve this modification of liquor license for this event at the Elks Club, let it go forward. If you're not inclined to do that, then do the opposite.
So we can make a motion approving this
Yes.
with the opportunity to revisit the fee.
Yeah.
I won't vote for that. It's on continuance.
Well, you don't have to say anything about it coming back.
Oh,
You just
okay.
simply say you're approving this, and if it comes back, it comes back.
Mr. Edwards?
We could just not make a motion, and it doesn't mean it goes away forever. It just means it's dies here tonight and it can be brought up
If you
later.
don't approve it tonight, they won't be able to
They
have it.
won't have it.
There's not enough time on this.
We got to do it tonight.
Have to do it. And Paul?
I think yeah, we probably could make a motion upon conditions that Dory or the lawyer would clarify the standing of waiver.
Why couldn't that all be done at a later date? I mean, all you're doing here is approving
Approving
the
it.
application for the...
Because on a later date.
Postpone it till the next regular meeting.
No, you can't postpone
No.
this portion, but you could simply approve this, and if Brian finds out that it is actually legal, we can bring it back to the next meeting, and you can decide at that point if you want to waive the fee or not. What you're doing today wouldn't preclude that from happening on April 6th. But if you say no to this today, the event's not going to happen.
I want the event to happen, but
Edwards?
I usually don't comment until there is a motion and discussion to give my view. I'm just wondering how long the city's gonna give away the ship. If we do it for one, it's everybody can walk up and do it, and there is time involved on this through city staff. It is a rent fee, but the fees were brought up for a reason at one point in time. So it's something to think about. I'm all for everything, but just when does it stop? Or how far could this go?
That's what I was saying.
Something to think about.
I'm not gathering that there's anybody advocating for even discussing waiving the fees tonight. Right now, it's just about alcohol, if you want to allow that permit or not.
Charlotte?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the application for the special events permit for Elks Lodge number 661 for the dates of April 11th and 12th for the modification of their liquor license on that premise.
Second.
First and second. Roll call, please.
Henniger,
Aye.
Upton,
Aye.
Mayor Orr,
Aye.
Baker,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
Edwards,
Aye.
Filigrana.
Aye.
Okay. Moving on, it's...
Excuse me. I got a question.
Or-
Question, sir. Now what happens if Brian finds out that it's not done?
If it's not legal, it won't come back. You won't hear about it again. Unless you want us to give you a report specifically saying
No,
it's not
I
legal.
mean, here we passed it with no conditions.
No, we just passed them a
We
liquor
just
license. We're
passed
not
that
waiving
part.
the fee.
No,
Oh, we're not
We're
waiving
saying
Waiving
the
was the
they can
second
have liquor.
part.
Yeah, that's it.
That has to come back April 6th if it's even legal. If it's legal, I mean, you could tell us right now, I guess you could make a motion that says definitely bring it back, or you could make a motion, forget it, we don't want to hear about it no matter what. But we're probably better off to let that be and tackle it on the 6th.
Thank you for clarification.
Okay, next we'll move into visitors. Is there any visitors that would like to come? Mr. Manford?
Manfred Bruder, 517 West 2nd, Florence. I just wanted to touch back a little bit about the tree committee idea we had at the mayor's meeting, just to maybe get it formalized, to bring everybody up to speed. I did a little research in other towns and how they get the community involved in helping care for the trees and the tree lawn, because that's the ones that there's sort of a shared responsibility within that. And what other communities have done is they assign a number to every tree, and then they give the homeowner a little card that says, these are your trees on the tree lawn with these numbers. If you see a threat with the tree, you can call it in and say tree number so-and-so, and then that tree is passed on to Sam and the city works guys. It really removes a lot of confusion, and it helps the city be a little more proactive, because right now we know we got a lot of problem trees we've gone through. I know there really isn't any budget, but at least maybe this way we could respond to a tree in danger and get the homeowners on our side, because they're going to go out and go, wow, that branch got really bad after the windstorm. Instead of shrugging it off, they're like, oh wow, there's a little card on my refrigerator, it's tree number so-and-so. So what they do is actually they have a little plastic tag and they staple the tag to the tree. Now, the tag is going to wear off over time, but the home ownership remains fairly consistent with people that care, so they'll know, okay, it's this tree. The tags would be real cheap. I mean, I would guess, probably 40 or 50 bucks would, generate 1,000 tags or more. And I, volunteer, since I'm part of the tree committee, I'll walk around. It'll take me a number of months to do this, but I'll walk around and I'll tag all the trees and give the homeowners a little card just saying, be involved in the process. So I know we got Arbor Day coming up, and we try to do something significant. I don't know if we have any, money to plant a tree or anything like that, with the budget being as tight as it is, but maybe identifying our trees and getting the public a little bit more involved. It seemed like a very cheap and effective way to help the tree situation. So if someone in council would present a motion to that, or if we could allocate a few dollars, that'd be wonderful.
We actually, before you get started, there is money in the budget for the tree. We made sure we put some money in there this year.
So, because I know before I left, there's zero, so.
No, we made sure we put some in this year.
Okay,
Although
wonderful.
that said, we do need to get our tree committee together. It was brought up this morning by Sam that we need to get our tree committee together in preparation for Arbor Day.
Okay,
Again.
Getting it all planned.
all right, well, I'll be there for sure, and we can bring it up again. I just thought I'd put it into the
We've
council's
got some
mind.
money, we do have some money in the Parks and Trees budget. We've got a little bit in the streets budget. We just have to figure out where, cobble it together from the different
Okay,
areas.
okay. That's all I wanted to bring up.
Sam?
We do have certain
Really?
has been donated.
All right. And you did how many this last 15?
15 in North this last year.
Yeah.
We have 7 more with BJ Grayson donated to us.
Wonderful,
We're waiting.
wonderful.
And the cemetery, more water and concrete root stimulators. So
Okay,
let me know.
We have 1,700 for street trees in the budget right now.
okay. And of course, most of that's probably going to go towards, taking down damaged limbs.
No,
and
the
probably-
tags could go towards that.
The tags, okay. Yeah, I kind of looked into it. There's a number of online services that can provide just, numerical tags. It seemed like 50 bucks for a couple thousand was the
All right.
price.
Good deal. Paul?
If the city has any problem with this, I would be more than happy to buy the tags for the trees.
Upstanding guy, Paul.
What a guy. Burn a hole in my pockets.
Yeah, we'll get that taken. In fact, I've already checked into the tags.
Okay.
Okay, any more visitors that want to talk about anything out there? No? We'll move on then to unfinished business. The Chamber of Commerce request for street closures, Santa Fe from Main Street to 2nd Street, September 18th and 19th. Main Street from Church Street to Petroleum Street. Bruce, are you wanting to talk? It says Alan, but I don't happen to see Alan here.
Just to verify that the dates are 11 to 12.
Well, this is for completely different events. This is for
That's the one that.
John Teague and
On Santa Fe, the one on Santa Fe.
we're gonna probably have to ask council to table this because Mr. Nisley's not here, so we'll have to put this off till the first meeting in April.
Hearing that, I would make a motion that we table the closing or the request for street closures for Junk Teak until a chamber representative is here to explain.
I can explain, but Alan's not here, so he's in another meeting tonight.
Okay. Well,
And I suspect with Dory being out, there's probably some communication there with Alan. Alan was in my office today. I could have asked him to come by.
Have a motion?
No, I'll second it. That is to table. Okay.
Any further discussion? Okay, roll call please.
Villagrana.
Aye.
Baker.
Aye.
Orth.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
Upton.
Aye.
Edwards.
Aye.
Henniger.
Aye.
New business. Authorizations for the mayor to sign the regional GIS agreement.
This is the standard agreement that we have that we've been a part of for quite some time. It's Wade's wife's birthday, so he went, so I'm doing this. I will do my best to answer questions. He is the expert on this, but it's pretty standard. It's what we've approved in the past.
I had a citizen ask me prior to the meeting, and I could not, the GIS, would you tell us exactly what those three letters represent? It's Government
Information System.
Government Information System. Okay, that answers that. Okay.
Is there a motion to approve this?
I'll make a motion to
Second.
I'll make a motion that we approve the GSI agreement between Fremont County and the City of Florence.
Paul was the second.
Yeah, if we change that to authorization for the mayor to sign.
I heard an okay. Yeah.
I'll second it.
Yeah.
Now I got a
The
question.
mayor can sign it.
Okay.
Has their rates gone up, or are they still the same?
Well, okay.
My understanding is the rates have stayed the same as they were on the last agreement. They've gone up since the initiation, but these are the same as the last agreement.
And the amount is $4,125 for the 12-month subscription.
Second, the amendment, as amended.
All right.
Okay. Roll call.
Baker,
Aye.
Villagrana,
Aye.
Orr,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
Upton,
Aye.
Edwards,
Aye.
Henninger.
Aye.
Okay. License agreement for the use of the Mountain Park, Colorado Springs muzzle loaders. Is there anyone here? No?
There never was.
You?
This is again another standard thing that we have done from year to year. This is one that I think that Sam and the chief can also address if you have any questions, but it's gone very smoothly in the past. They do a good job. We're asking that you approve this again.
Well, I've sat through about 9 years of listening to this and never heard a problem from anybody, so
Never
I
heard
will
it
make a
either.
motion that we approve the license agreement for use of Mountain Park by the Colorado Springs muzzle loaders.
Charlotte, did you have a question?
Oh, no, I was going to make a
Okay.
motion.
Okay, but put the starting
First and
date.
Second.
I'll second.
Oh, starting...
Yeah, we better put the dates in there.
Let's see, you gotta find it here.
May 20.
Oh, May
Starting May.
23rd, 4th, and 5th.
I'll second.
Well, actually, they have a set up starting the 20th.
Mr. Mayor, hang on. Mr. Mayor, they want to go all the way to the May 26th for cleanup, so they'll have to extend
Okay.
it to the end date.
May 20th through May 26th.
That covers it.
For setup through cleanup.
All right, so that's an amended motion, I think. Is there a second?
I'll second. As amended.
Okay.
Who did the original second?
I think I did.
All right, very good, Charlotte. So we have an amended second.
Any further discussion on this? Paul?
Discussion? I think that we have to make sure that the fire department is given notice of what we have, or we will approve with the muzzle loaders.
Well, Section 8 there states that, I think, fire protection and sanitation.
Because if the fire department, in case of a dry season, they have a right to put a ban on it. If they put a ban on it, we can't have it.
Yeah, but
So, it's important that we notify the fire department.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Upton,
Aye.
Henninger,
Aye.
Villagrana,
Aye.
Edwards,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
Baker,
Aye.
Mayor Orr.
Aye. Okay. Next, 3 you are gonna,
Well, no, there's still one more before we have to
okay,
table.
before you wanna table the rest?
So C, we don't want to table.
Okay, Resolution 6-2015, amending regulations for the Union Highline Cemetery.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. What this is the one that has been previously discussed at committee. This is the only change on this resolution that you see before you. As you go to columbarium, there's a line that's been added. It says only one urn per niche. And that was simply a matter of reality. Once we finally sold our first niche there, we discovered you can't fit more than one in. So before we were thinking we could fit two in, but we can't. We can only fit one in. So we're asking that you approve this resolution with that only modification.
Small urns.
Just a question. I know you shouldn't be asking before the motion, but it just occurred to me that what happens if the urns and the ashes are small and two would fit? Now what would you do? Are you still limited to one? If we pass this, it still would be limited to one.
It would still limit it to one. I mean, we could try to come up with another, I would advise that we do this for now and try to come up with fixed language just so that someone, because right now we have just the one, we've informed them, we've minimized our liability if somebody tries to come in and say, well, you said I could fit two in there. So my recommendation is we do this, and if you want us to come up with language, unless our city attorney has some great language he can come up with right now that says something else.
You can put one in with two compartments.
You would think it would hold more than just one.
How easy would it be to reopen that and then reseal it when the second party dies? And then also, how would the plaque work? Because from what I understand from our workshop was the reason why we went to one per niche was because of that reason, the difficulty of reopening and also the plaque and the chance of breaking that granite is pretty high.
The urn is so extravagant, if you will. Very, very nice. Then place another one inside that 1 foot box, if you will.
It's not gonna fit.
Very, very difficult, and I don't say that, but the requests, different sizes, it's just wrong. But that right there is very challenging. Looks great, fits in there perfectly and stuff, put another one in there.
That's a good size.
Another curve.
Now, does that hold true for the veterans?
No, this is separate from the veterans. This is only on the urn that we do. The veterans are handled in a completely separate format.
Larry?
Well, I'm just saying, what if that husband and wife, and they did just use the one container, but their ashes are mixed. There's a possibility that might.
Yeah, they could do it that way, but the timing would have to be right, put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
I knew that question would come up. Well, I mean, if someone could withhold for the first party, they set that aside, put it on the fireplace mantle, and then and then when the other person, they could blend them.
They could blend them.
Is there any legalities there?
I don't think so. I think at that point, it's just,
So, you're, Sam,
On my left.
So,
Wait, we got Paul.
You know, as I look at this, it doesn't make, it says that vets columbarium, it doesn't make an excuse that, or rather, it doesn't make the exception that two of them could.
well, except it does because the only one per niche is specific to the one up above. It doesn't, if they put it, we'd have to put that line underneath the vets one as well. Because it's just specific, and Brian, am I being,
That's how I read
that's
it.
how I'm reading it. Now, you're probably right in that some future council 20 years from now could look at it and go, no, that's not what it says. So maybe we should clarify, only one urn per niche.
Doesn't apply to the veterans No?
We put.
See, and it doesn't say that.
So then maybe we should modify this and say, put a little parentheses thing there, and inside the parentheses say, up to 2 per niche under the veterans. That would make it clear.
Or just, yeah. I know that serving on the American Legion, we had one that we could fit 2 small ones. Sam will verify that.
Sure.
So,
It all depends on the size of the.
Yeah.
But the ones that the veterans get are small enough where 2 can fit in there. But the ones that the private party had,
Oh,
and I think their
I
box
don't
is
disagree
bigger.
with what we're doing. I just thought that, to me, when I look at this, it makes it sound like the veterans aren't given that option of.
Should we clarify that, Brian, and put that in there so that it's clear?
Any clarity is better than no clarity.
So council, would you be amenable to an amendment should you choose to approve this? Underneath vets, columbarium, and Nerman, I'm sure I didn't say that right. Put parentheses, and inside the parentheses, up to 2 per niche. I'll say that again in a second.
You can just put one word. Excuse.
Up to 2 per niche.
But we didn't address what I brought up.
Anyone else?
I mean,
I had a question for Sam. Did you say that once an urn is put in, it cannot be reopened again?
I'm not sure about the legalities.
Okay.
That's open
For
and closing.
unearthing something.
They don't want to do it. Says it takes a chance of breaking the granite on the front.
And we definitely don't want that to happen.
No.
That's what he said.
Removal is not free. No, they can't do it.
Okay.
So, to me, that's out there to protect the way. It should be. Do that, and then have a corner come out there, confirming the room, the right body. It's a question I have.
Okay. If there's no further discussion, let's do a motion on this. Or did we already?
No.
It's been so long, I can't even.
No.
Then I would make a motion that we adopt resolution number 6, 2015, amending the rules and regulations for Union Highland Cemetery and repealing resolution number 28, 2012 upon clarification of the veterans columbarium urn interment.
Okay.
Second.
Go first and second, roll call, please.
Villagrana.
Aye.
Upton.
Aye.
Mayor Orr.
Aye.
Baker.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
Edwards.
Aye.
Henniger.
Aye.
Okay. D&E.
D&E, we are requesting the council table these until the next meeting.
I'll make a motion that we table these 2 resolution, or 2 pay requests to the next meeting.
second, and then question.
Yeah, first and second.
Okay.
Further discussion?
Yes.
Okay.
Just, what's the reasoning behind? Or don't you want to discuss it?
Bill took the lead here.
The reasoning behind it is we have some questions about the work that we would be paying for that came up today near the end of the day. Bill and the engineer are working to resolve those, and basically we want to wait to make sure we have our quality concerns addressed before we ask you to pay.
Okay, I just,
Is there a motion made?
Yeah, motion and second to table it.
Table it.
Yeah,
Oh, to table it?
right.
Yeah.
roll call.
Upton.
Aye.
Baker.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
Mayor Orr.
Aye.
Edwards.
Aye.
Henniger.
Aye.
Villagrana.
Aye.
Yeah.
I know.
And that took care of both D and E.
D.
Good God.
Okay, moving on. Mayor's report. I wanted to report there is a merchants group now, and the merchants group is going pretty good. We went to a meeting of it this last time, and there's quite a few joining it, and it looks like that they'll get us established, and hopefully it does a lot for the city as a merchants group. And next, we'll go to the finance officer's report.
I have nothing to report tonight.
City attorney report.
No report.
City planner's birthday report. It's gone. Yeah. Okay. I'll do committee reports.
This council, and I'm very proud to say that the council had a number of individuals at the last meeting with the county commissioners, and I really believe that only one subject matter was discussed, and it had to do with the dispatch center. And it was very interesting because from the aspect of it becoming clear to city council members that it was good, and I think it ended up with further exploration of what was going on.
It was a spirited discussion.
That was the spirit. Okay.
Okay. Other committee reports?
This is not necessarily a committee report, just an announcement that the Rialto Theater, they're reorganizing, and I have been voted on the board. And I will say this, there's no decisions made yet. We're working on a plan how we might go about finishing that project. And I can assure you, with the limited funds that they have, that won't happen real rapidly. So I don't have to say any more than that.
Charlotte?
The UAA-COG meeting, Regional Broadband Master Plan has been completed, and now we're in the stage of looking it over. I do have a copy of that if any of you would like to see it and give your comments for our next meeting.
Okay. Great. Any other committee reports? Okay. Then we'll move on to the city manager's report.
Okay, this is our week to be on the radio. Paul has agreed to go. Anybody else would like to join us, you're invited, but there will be at least 2 of us there. Also, this is the FEDC board meeting week. So if anybody would like to go, I'm looking at the two council members who are on that committee, 7 o'clock on Wednesday if you'd like to go. At the Abbey. You're invited. Anybody else who wants to go? So 7 o'clock in the morning for the FEDC meeting. Should you want to go, you're invited. And then Paul and I will be to the radio station at 8:30. Probably really like 8:15. But Vic, you'd be invited if you want to come and have your first time on the radio. We can have.
Well, I've been on the radio quite a number of times, but not on this topic.
I would gladly let Mr. Upton take my place.
Well, no, I think we'd have 3 of us.
No biggie.
But you don't have to. You can think about it. And basically, tomorrow, we will be doing the presentation. Ed Norden and Tony Damick and I will be doing the presentation on the grant that we approved on a 4-2 vote to look at the paving, some of the paving on Fraser and those related subjects. So we'll be in Denver tomorrow for that presentation, and we'll let you know how that goes. It's a DOLA grant, and I know some of you are saying, we hope you get it, and some of you are saying, we hope you don't get it, but we'll figure out.
Oh, yeah, don't get it.
And that's all I have.
Good. Larry?
I'll make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second that.
With the exception of the ones from Moltz that are on there.
Oh, with the exception of the payments to Moltz Construction.
Yes.
Second.
Discussion, can I approve with the exception of Frog Dog Productions can I abstain from just that one charge, or should I abstain from the whole bill? It's just web hosting that they
It's
provide,
a
that we provide for my
$15 web
company.
hosting.
I think, since there's only one motion on the floor to pay the bills, I would abstain.
Okay.
Paul?
I got a question, on page 4, halfway down, we have miscellaneous supplies south. We've got 2013 Red Bull sales, kitchen supplies.
That's
What
what,
kitchen?
that's what I was wondering. Down at the bottom says kitchen.
It's household supplies.
Pardon me?
It's household supplies.
It's not kitchen supplies.
Well, it's like paper towels, cleaner.
Red Bull?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
their supply.
Supply.
It's
Yeah,
a supply
they
company out of
supply us
Canyon.
a lot of that.
Oh, it's not the one that's got wings.
Oh,
What?
chicken
It's not
wings.
Red Bull, it's Red Ball. And we do try to, as much as possible, we've changed our policy on those kind of purchases. We try to buy as much as we can from businesses in Florence,
Both of
you know, the
this,
hardware store, et cetera.
No, but through the kitchen supplies.
that's what threw me off too.
Yeah, it's garbage bags and paper towels, toilet paper.
Those are.
So is it kitchen stuff too?
Well, no, but kitchen stuff, pardon, I did the bills, I probably picked the wrong code. That's.
Wings.
Okay, we have a
Second.
first and second roll call, please.
Baker,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
Mayor Hoare,
Aye.
Upton,
Aye.
Edwards,
Aye.
Henniger,
Abstain?
Villagrana.
Okay, 7:45, this meeting's adjourned.
Hey, Brian?